Okay.
Okay, so congratulations and welcome to QVA family of Beverly. We are so glad to meet you, and we appreciate you for choosing QVA to be part of your business. So yeah, so today we will be doing a group interview. We have Redora, Carmina, Peachy, and Winifred that you can ask questions. But before we get started, Beverly, I'd like to ask if you can share a bit of yourself and your business background, please, so we would know more about you.
Okay, so I'm a speech and language therapist, and I work online. I see patients all over the world who have got problems with their speech and their communication skills. So I have a website that's called bevjessup.com, which is really for my patients. And then I have a website that is for therapists, because I help speech therapists transfer from offline to online. And that started like when the pandemic happened. I was actually online since 2005, so a lot longer before, 2015, a lot longer before COVID started. And so I had experience of working online. I've done a course. I've done a beta course as well as a secondary course for therapists, again, mostly from the UK, but some from the US as well. And then I have a membership site called Maven Business Haven. And this is for therapists who are kind of like don't want to pay the high ticket course. They just want to have that ongoing support, and that came about because when I finished my course with them, they still wanted to meet up regularly. So we have a monthly membership at a low ticket, which I just launched in April, so it's fairly new. On top of that, I've also got a membership for parents who've got non-verbal children, parents who children need technology to help them communicate. So I help them with that.
All right, thank you so much, Beverly. You have an amazing part to help your clients, and you have a great offer to them. So that's amazing. All right, so thank you so much. Let's get started. You may go ahead and start asking questions, Bev. I'll be staying here. I'll just turn off my video so I won't be distracted, or they won't get distracted.
Okay.
All right, I'll get back to you once you're done with your questions.
Okay, so Peachy, can you tell me about the articles that you've written for blogs?
Okay, so the articles or the blogs that I've written is more on real estate. So I've written a few for a few real estate clients or previous clients, and I've also written a blog of my own, but I only was able to write one. For starters, that's originally mine. So the others are copyrighted. Most of the things that I wrote are copyrighted and published through blogs and through newsletters.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Yeah.
What about you, Redora? What sort of blogs, have you done any sort of blogs for people?
I've done blogs for my previous clients about affiliate marketing, since she is an affiliate marketer. So that's my previous experience. But she does the proofreading.
Okay, all right. And Winifred?
Hi, Beverly.
Yeah, I was going to ask you whether you've done any blog writing, any content marketing.
Content marketing, I usually search for my client's niche, which is tennis. So usually for the info that I'm uploading in his social media, I just copy and then upload it with together with the informations that the audience needs. So that's my blog experience.
Okay, thank you. And Carmina, what's your blog experience?
Hi everyone. Hi Beverly.
Hi.
I usually write for the church that I am a member of. So more on spiritual things. It's all in our website. And I also do newsletters, bulletins, coffee table book for clients that I have here in the Philippines. Yeah.
Okay. Right, so let's start off with Winifred. Can you tell me whether you've got any experience in with video editing?
I have little bit experience when I try to edit video for my client, which is I just get template from Vimeo, and then just a little bit when it comes to our personal blogging, because last 2019 we started blogging first personally, but we were not able to push through because I came back to work, and then maybe when the time is right, we will get back to blogging again, and then push through with my video editing skills to upgrade it. So I have little knowledge about video editing.
Okay, great. What about you, Rodora? Can you tell me about your video editing? I know you've had some experience of that, haven't you?
I actually do a video editing in CapCut, so it's more of for my personal. I haven't done it with the client before,
Okay.
and maybe actually it's maybe a short reel for Instagram using the Mojo application.
Okay. All right. Thank you. And Carmina?
Yeah,
What do you-
definitely. I head the multimedia ministry of our church, and that made me aware of how to do video editing either in Adobe Premiere, Canva, CapCut, Vega, and a lot of softwares that we use. And I also teach the young people in our church how to do them. So I'm well versed when it comes to video editing.
Okay, great. Thank you. And Peachy, please, can you tell me about video editing?
Yes, for video editing, first I started with real estate again for listing houses and videos to be posted on YouTube. And then I also had experience editing videos for what do you call this, for the current client that I have with with QVA, sorry.
Mhm.
So she's a physical trainer. So we usually I edit her live videos and then post it on YouTube and on Reels. And I mostly use Filmora Wondershare because that's the video editing tool that I started using ever since. I also use Canva for short videos or Reels videos. And I also use iMovie for shorter videos as well.
Okay.
So if I'm using it over the phone or I'm editing over the phone, I use iMovie.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah.
Right. Have I asked everyone? Yeah. Okay, so I wanted to ask about YouTube SEO. What experience have you got in YouTube SEO? I'll start off at Carmina, please.
As for YouTube, since I had the multimedia ministry, we all upload them in there. We put the information needed in order for it to be searched by everyone on YouTube. We market it also through Facebook. Yeah, and things like that.
Okay, right, thank you. And Winifred?
With the SEO, I don't have the knowledge of the little things, but with the basic, when we uploaded our video on YouTube, it has captions pertaining to the topic that we have in our blogs, and then we also market it in our personal Facebook account. So and we use hashtags and catchy lines for the people to relate on the content that our video has.
Okay, thank you. And Peachy?
Yes, for YouTube SEO, in order for the videos to be viewed by people, what I usually do is to ask the team to, whenever I post a video, I ask the team to view it. And I also use the, what do you call this, chapters. So you have to really be careful on putting those chapters because they are important on YouTube SEOs. And then the tags. So I use TubeBuddy to be able to optimize the videos in order to be viewed more by specific audience that my client wants to, or under the niche of my client.
Okay. And so you have, you know how to do timestamps and things like that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Carmina, do you know how to do timestamps? Yeah. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Rodora, what about you in YouTube and SEO?
Actually, I have a basic knowledge on SEO. I know a tool that can be I can use to create a long tail keyword for the SEO, so that when someone search on YouTube, it can appear. And I think that's it. I know a tools that can help for the generating a long tail keyword.
Okay, thank you. And right. Now I use a software called Builderall, which is a little bit like Carter, and I don't know if you've heard of it. Have you heard of Builderall? So it's an all-in-one package. So it does email marketing. It has my courses inside it. I've got all my web pages and my funnels and things like that. So what is your experience of an all-in-one system? I will ask Rodora, please.
About Builderall, I don't have actual experience with it, but I am familiar. I am familiar with it. But when actually, it's like it has related. I have experience on Dubsado, navigating the Dubsado and creating email marketing or lead capture. So when I saw the tutorial about Builderall, I think it has similar function, or I think it's just exploration, and with the help of tutorial, I am confident that I can help you with that problem.
Okay, thank you. And Winifred?
I don't have experience with that, but with my client, we're starting to put like we're with FitPro Engine. It's like all-in-one place for social media, email marketing, organizing of contacts, and Twilio is in there, so we can call our leads with that system. But we were in creating phase right now. But his old website, there he has what we're doing there is we get leads by putting the website link every time I post. That's my that serves as my funnel. So yeah, we're just starting with that all-in-one landing page, something.
Okay, okay. What about you, Kamina?
Yeah, I've heard about Kartra, but not Builderall. I'm still in the process of knowing about Kartra, so not much knowledge about it. But one thing about me is that it excites me to learn new things. So when I saw that there's that new app that you have there, I was like so excited to learn about it. Yeah, and I easily learn too, like YouTube things. Yeah.
Okay. Peachy, what about you? What experience have you got of funnel builders and all-in-one systems?
Yep. So for when I tried to check on Builderall, it's indeed an all-in-one system, and I think I experienced having this kind of system when I was handling a social media marketing and management tool, which is called the uh, Social Pilot. But Social Pilot, comparing to Builderall, does not include Funnel Builder. So this is, I mean, Builderall is actually more um, intense when it comes to building or getting leads, because it has funnel builder already, and then it has unlimited email marketing as well, separate to what I've used to work with, which is the MailChimp and the separate CRM. So
Mhm.
I work on tools that's kind of builder old, but not all in one. So um, I don't have experience using builderall or CarTrack, but yeah, these are all separate experience that I actually
Okay,
have had before.
great, thank you. Right, Canva. Canva is something that I need for social media marketing, creating posts. Tell me about the most creative post that you've made, what it looks like. I'll start off with Peachy, please.
Mhm. So I for the most creative part that I do on Canva, I would say it's the reels. It's the most, because that's the most thing that is viewed these days, apart from the videos that are taken from TikTok to Reels or Reels to TikTok. But yes, those are the most creatives that I have are or the most um, posts that uh, I put for time or hours to be able to really have it viewed by people is the reels and then the stories. So
Okay.
yes,
All right, thank you.
you're welcome.
Winifred?
I do in Canva is all graphic designs for our social media, like the flyers, and I tried newsletters, and then all the postings basically for our social media, which is Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram.
Okay, thank you. And Carmina?
Yeah, I'm most proud of one particular creation that I made through Canva. It's like the welcome video that we post in the groups, right? In FB groups, to let the new members feel welcome. So what I'm so proud about that is that I received a comment down below the comment section, and they said, "Ah, what a heartfelt welcome from you. Thank you." So I was like, oh, I was able to pass through what I am feeling through a video. And it was like, what, 10 to 15 seconds only. So I was like, I love doing those kinds of things through Canva.
Okay, thank you. And Radara?
I actually doing the social media um, designs for Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Pinterest using the Canva. And also, I have experience creating a poster for newsletter for a fashion design, and as well as in real estate, since I am into real estate local here in our country. And I have experience also just uh, for personal and video editing using the Canva.
Okay, great, thank you. Right, so tell me about how you would get more members into Maven Business Haven. I'll start off with Kamina, please.
Yeah, as for inviting members or having more members, I think I would personally go and find people who have who's our avatar, like who needs us, and from there I'm gonna go ahead and just add them as friends to Facebook, just like what I usually do. And then I'm gonna build rapport, a relationship with all of them, one by one, slowly but surely. And then from where they are in need of, I will be entering through that and tell them of what we offer. Because I know surely they would agree to it because it's what they need. Yeah.
Okay, all right, great, thank you. And Peachy?
Yes, so what I usually do and what has been trained with us here at QVA is to really focus on looking first at what your avatar is. So once we were able to identify your avatar, then that's when we will be able to start building your audience. So your audience can either be purely women, purely men, or couples, and it depends also on how we interact with them. So first, what we have to do is to be friends with them if it's on Facebook, or connect with them first if it's on LinkedIn. If it's on Instagram, then we have to follow them so that they can see us through our uh, postings. Then they will be able to know who we are. So the first and foremost important thing is for the people to be able to be connected to your business in order for us to be able to introduce them to what we do as well. So that's the most important part of it. Getting to know.
How long do you think it will take to do that each week, to build that rapport?
Usually what I experience is that because on Facebook it's pretty limited now. So we add like 10, or I connect with or I add friends with 10 to 15 people a day on Facebook. On Instagram, like maybe 50 followers, or if I follow 50 accounts. And on LinkedIn, I usually do Monday and Tuesdays connection with the people. um, so like 50-50, so or 75-75 to max the weekly limit of it. And then once we are connected, then on LinkedIn, usually whoever connected back with us, we already send them message like, hey, thank you so much for connecting with us, and how are you, something like that, to build rapport. So from Wednesdays to Fridays, at least, what I just need to do is to chat with them and assist them, and walk them through the business part side of the side of the business. that we have
Okay.
introduction and all that. Yes.
All right, thank you. And Winifred, how do you plan to get people into Maven Business Haven?
I plan to connect to add people to Business Haven by connecting them, adding them up as FB friends, and then eventually offer them what they need based on our niche, and then basically knowing them what they need, what to their interests are, and then yeah, looking at their profile, what kind of posts they engage to, so something like that. Also in LinkedIn, we practice that here in Quantum, that we connect to for me it's like 30 to 50 people a day, and then on Instagram it's also like that. We follow people based on our niche, and then we do direct message them and offer what we have to help them in their in what they need.
Okay, great, thank you. Right, Rodora?
First I need to prospect, then pre-qualify the leads if the fits, then outreach. So it's where I engage. It's either I engage with their post if it's in LinkedIn. Actually, it's connect them after I pre-qualify. I connect with them, also in Facebook and in Instagram. After connecting with them, I engage. I engage in their posts or like their posts or send them a message. Then offer or send them an offer, or maybe asking them if they need the service like what you're offering.
Okay, great, thank you. Right, now I have a podcast. It's called Women in Action, and for a long time I kind of like started it, and then my father-in-law passed away and things just got shelved, and I've restarted it again, but felt like I was a bit overwhelmed with it all because it required that I needed to edit the video, put the outro, intro, upload it to my website. So that's the video bit, then do the YouTube bit, then put the podcast in it, then put all the blog underneath the podcast. So it's like the whole page. If you go to my website, that's where it's kind of, it lives. And then to tell everyone about it and get the email marketing sorted out. It's quite a process. How would you streamline that process? I'll start off with Rodora, please.
I have a podcaster before, a client that is podcaster, but I was doing the lead generation and email marketing. So I have also knowledge in Kartra, the tools like that you mentioned before. So when it comes to video editing, I think I have so much to learn to do it, but I am willing to learn more on how to actually, it's the skills that I wanted to learn when she was my first client, but she gave the task to to her another VA. Actually for the uploading the video on YouTube, I actually can help you with that and all the process. Actually, I am willing to learn new things. I actually, when I see the post, I know that there are tasks that I'm not familiar, but what I need is to leave my comfort zone and to learn new things to be able to, for me to grow as a virtual assistant. So when it comes to Kartra, I know that I can help you with that, but it's just the basic of doing broadcast and scheduling a post. But when it comes to YouTube, SEO, I can help you with that also. I have a client that I am assisting her uploading the video on her YouTube. And then when it comes to podcast, I know I am doing actually the searching for guests, uh, looking for a guest, or um I forgot what I forgot the term that actually it's been a year since she's my first client, so I'm not really that familiar anymore. But yeah, I'm willing to learn new things with you if um you ever give me a chance to be your VA.
Okay, thank you, Adora. Carmina?
Yeah, it's all about organization, how to do one thing at a time and schedule and things like that. And just at 2 o'clock our time, we had a training about air. Help me out, guys. What's it called again? Air. Ate Pichu, what was it again? it's
Airtable.
yes, Airtable. Thank you so much, Mami. And in there is like an all-in-one thing where we could talk like what do you want to see for today, what do you want to do for today, the processes that you want, where to would it be shown, at what point should I finish at this point in time, and things like that. So it's a I used Trello before for it.
Yeah, I use Trello. I've got
Yeah.
Trello, but
Yeah, it's
Good.
kind of helpful for small projects, but when it's all big and many, I think Airtable would be one application that we must have in a company there. Yeah, I also know how to use Monday, where when it comes to organization, it's all good as well. So yeah, as for the process, I'm very familiar with how things are going, since we do that almost like every day in our church, since I'm the head of that. So it just needs to be organized in an application where we could talk to, yeah, and connect with.
yeah. Okay, thank you. And Benefred?
When it comes to organizing tasks, I usually do Excel spreadsheet, and then we communicate. I communicate with my client through Messenger. So, yeah, that's air. Sorry, what was that again?
Table.
Airtable. We can put all our ideas in that one system that we can exchange ideas, and then we can probably talk and exchange ideas and express what we need, and then like putting everything in there so we can organize our what we need and want with each other. With regards to the output, we can update there if it's ongoing to start or it's done. So yeah, that's very helpful, that system.
Okay, thank you. And Peachy?
Yeah. So I understand how podcasts are really tedious when it comes to organizing. So the project management tools are actually depending on what we are able to use, or it depends if it's going to be Trello, Monday.com, Airtable. Any tools are actually good. It's just the way that how it uses. But what I can say is that since I had experience in working with a doctor. She's a dentist who has a podcast uh, before. When it comes to editing and then putting it on the website, or editing the audio, and then editing the audio itself is already time consuming. So and then putting it on the website, and then doing the blogs under it, and then all of those things. So I would say that what what needs to be done is only efficiency. And in order for those tasks to be done when you are going to do a podcast is to be able to have really mm, an SOP. So the SOP, or the standard operating procedure, is a system that we can both use to be able to follow in a smooth and efficient way, so that we will be able to really come up with uh, you know the goal of putting the all the stuff in that place where we would like to post it. So if it's the website, then at least we will be able to put it on the website, and then organically or paid, anything. It's up to you. It's up to the business, because if it's paid, then it's better. But if it's organic, then even if it's time consuming, at least there's still a system that we can follow in order to be able to complete that or accomplish that. So that's the goal. Actually, it's efficiency and smooth running system.
Yeah. Okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Right. So one of my, I'm a Christian, and born again Christian. And I guess one of the things that I would like to come out in the podcast is that fact. So in the last two podcasts, I didn't actually plan this, it just happened. But both of them were Christians. And I didn't really know that at the time, but when they started talking and I was interviewing them, that came across very clearly. So in my social media, in my podcast, just in my getting out there, how do you plan to make that part of my personality? I'll start off with Winifred, please.
With your podcast, I will, it's like, it will be connected with you personally, like in your beliefs, right? We will try to integrate, um, because we're trying, in every business that we are in, when we are Christian and Christ oriented, we go to win that soul for Jesus. And then what we can do is every topic that we have, we try to connect it to the Lord in the Bible, what verses is it's in, and how we will get their souls, we will get their we will try to figure out on how we will be able to connect to them in spiritual way, but not at that first, like it's invitation, it's not so obvious, but we will try to win them um by and by. So it's step by step. But yeah, with every podcast, I believe that in everything that we discuss, we can connect it biblically. So that's how we can win these people, not just in business, but for the kingdom of the Lord.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Have you got a baby in the background? Is that a baby?
Yes, sorry. She's crying.
Okay, that's all right. Okay. Right. Peachy, could you tell me how I could bring my personality and Christian bit faith into the podcast and into social media?
Yeah, so that's actually a great question. I kind of like that question because it's comforting and it's challenging at the same time. The reason why it's comforting is it's good to know that we are on the same belief system, I think. Mm, it's challenging though, because I think that the challenge there is to really, bring out your personality, to be able to make known to people that we are Christians. And so it doesn't actually, for me, in my opinion, it doesn't actually need to be, for example, for podcasts. Oh, I want to ask a question first.
Yeah.
Do you usually interview on your podcasts, or do you talk alone, or like share?
Well, in the past, in the last series, I did do most of it on my own. There were a few interviews. This
Mm,
series,
I see.
what happened is, this is why I contacted QVA,
Mm.
is I had 24 people book to do interviews with me, and I didn't really know any of them. I'd put up a post to say whether they had knowledge and experience of certain things, you know, the various
Mhm.
topics that I wanted to be covered. And people filled out a Google form and contacted me and
Right.
booked their appointments.
Mhm.
But then I got inundated with so many appointments and I freaked out and I thought, my goodness, I can't do this. I basically did the first two, and both of them happened to be Christians. I didn't know that because that wasn't in
Mm.
that isn't in the Google form at all. But when I started interviewing them, it came across. But they were talking about, one was talking about mindset and marketing, and the other one was supposed to be talking about podcasting and her process of podcasting. But actually, when you go to her website, she's got something that talks about crushing the inner critic, and
Mhm.
she based it on the Bible. So I so both of them just happened to have a bit of a Christian element. It wasn't obvious
Right.
from
Mm.
when you
Yeah.
look at the picture on the podcast, it's not obvious.
Yeah.
The blog, it's not obvious, but if you listen to it, it is.
All right. So that's a great one. Yeah, it doesn't actually need for us to be obviously saying that we are Christians, but I guess that in order for us to be able to, for example, if we are going to do interviews, then we might want to really connect with people to know what are their religious views in order for you to know uh, if they are qualified or eligible for you to interview them in order for you to be able to connect with them. So that's a part of the form that I mean, on the form, since you mentioned the form, maybe it's a part on the form that asking what are their religious views in order for
Yes,
you to
I think
connect.
I needed to do that because I did
Yeah.
get someone who was into New Age and other spiritual side of things, and I then had to reject her, and she was a bit cross
Yeah.
about it.
Mm.
So yeah.
So yes, and also that's true. For the, like, for example, for the people that, or the person that you've interviewed, when you are going to, talk about things, you don't really, in order for you to win people in the kingdom, winning people in the kingdom is not really mentioning about your about saying that you're Christian or something like that. But for me, it's actually how your action goes. I mean, what you see on social media is who I am.
Yeah.
What you read on social media or what you read on my blog is who I am. So then it would give an impression to the people that, she's she has a different religious view, or she's a Christian, and all of those. So sometimes, yes, it's definitely needed for call to actions for you to be able to uh, bring people to the kingdom and mention some of verses and all that, but not all the time. I would say, because people would be able to think about, this is a cliche, this is also the same again and again, and all of that. And if you always say that, for example, on your post, on your blogs, that I'm a Christian, and I believe in this verse, something like that. It's better if it's hidden, but you are leading the people on that same path of righteousness that you wanted to let them be, sorry, that you wanted them to be on and follow where you're at, something like that.
Okay, great. Thank you.
So yeah, sorry, it was long.
All right, Laura?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Okay, so I
I
don't
forgot already the question.
overtly go tell everyone that I'm a Christian, but in most of my clients, I've got a Christian faith of some sort. And in my podcast, I have been interviewing people, and I do talk about my faith in the podcast as well, if it's relevant to that situation or that topic. So how would you help me to bring my personality across and my Christian faith in my podcast and in social media?
Actually, sometimes action speaks louder than words. When you are living the word in your heart, and you make Christ the center of your life, it will reflect naturally. And there's no actually you will amaze how the Spirit works, how God works in your life, and how how it is actually, it's, let's say, there's no coincidence in this world. Like it's just planned. So when you are actually, when I am somewhere, I don't say that I am a Christian, I am a born again Christian, but they sometimes ask me, "Are you a Christian?" Or sometimes, so why? Because you're like this, you're like that. But sometimes I think the other people saw me as like snobbish or something like that. But I was amazed that people with the same spirit saw otherwise, so that we have the same spirit, felt it. So I can say, maybe when you let Jesus lead in your life, it will come naturally. And how it is, how amazing that you connect with your virtual assistant having the same faith. So for me, that's all.
All right, thank you, Rodora. And Kamina?
Yeah, I've proven time and time again that when people see, like, people who doesn't really want to see verses, they just go and skip, just scroll down, scroll up on their phones. They're kind of like afraid, when Christian people try to approach them as strong as they are. So I agree with everyone that sometimes it's not like the strong approach that is needed, but more on just loving them the way that Jesus would, approaching them. You don't need to put the verse in it per se, but the principle in it can be carried through our posts, our way of communicating with our customers, with our clients there. So I agree with Rodora again that having your personality, Beverley, passed or extended to your VA, because they're the first person that your clients will be talking with, is really important. Same spirit, same character, which is of Christ, of course, we're of one spirit and one Christ. So yeah, we may not be strong, really strong in promoting our Christianity, but the principle of God we carry, then I believe you'll be fine, Beverley. I mean, I love you already. The way you're speaking to us and things like that. So there's really nothing to worry about with that.
All right, great. Thank you very much. I think I think that's all the questions I wanted to ask, really. Thank you very much for your time.
Well, thank you so much, ladies, for joining us today. Thank you for your time, Beverley, for taking this time to get to know about these ladies. They're so lovely and spiritually mature. So thank you so much. And
Thank you.
next step, Bev, would be for you to announce who you wanted to work with. This is the judgment time. I wonder if was
Do it now.
yeah, if you wanted to do it now, you can do that. But I will give you a chance to sleep on it, so you can think of it first or brave
Okay.
it first.
Yeah, because I've got like at least 2 people that I need to. I've taken down some notes. I mean, if you, oh gosh, it looks a real mess on my piece of paper here, but I have actually got a table. You can see.
Wow.
I've got a table here. So I've got to read now, try and work out my what my scribbles mean, and work it out. So can I get back to you for that?
Mhm.
Thank you so much for all your time and your answers. And
Thank
I
you.
will. Okay, great. Thanks a
For
lot.
Thank
sure.
you.
Thank you, Beverly.
Beverly.
So as soon as
Nice meeting you.
Meet
Well,
you. Nice to meet you.
Bev, as soon as you've chosen your VA, feel free to announce or mention the name on the mastermind group chat, please. And then we will go ahead and schedule our onboarding call.
Okay, so then we have a one-to-one with that person. Is that right?
Yeah, that's on our onboarding call. As
On
soon
the
as you've chosen the VA.
Okay, so when will that be? Is it soon or next week?
Probably tomorrow, if you can do same time tomorrow.
Okay, that'd be great. Yeah.
All right. Do you need the recording for thinking who you wanted to work with?
No, I think you can send it through if you like. Yeah, if you want to email it through, that'd be good.
Okay. All right. No worries. Well, thank you so much for your time, ladies. I appreciate everyone. Thank you, Bev.
Thank you.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much,
Bye-bye.
Beverly. Thank
you.
you,
Bye.
QVA.